So today we're going to talk about contour drawings and blind contour drawings. Contour means lines. So contours are the outside edges of something like your hand and also the lines on the hand that you actually see. If you made a line drawing where there was no shading and no coloring, you would call that a contour drawing. Now, a blind contour drawing is meant to be an exercise to teach us how to use our observational skills. Observational skills means using our eyes to do an observational drawing. We want to draw something that we actually see, not something that we imagine. Sometimes in art, we use our imagination and we're supposed to. That's awesome. In this case, we're going to draw something that we're actually seeing. So it's also an observational drawing. So to practice using our observational skills, we're going to start with a blind contour drawing. Blind contour means that you don't look at your paper or your drawing at all. So we're going to practice this by drawing our hand, making sure it's in the screen. And I'm going to do this while looking at my hand very carefully. I'm going to look at all the lines around it, all the lines on it, and I'm going to pretend I have a tiny little ant or dot crawling. And anytime that ant goes in or out, my pencil follows along the ins and outs of that ant crawling along the hand and crawling along all these lines. So I'm going to show you an example of that right now, of how I do that. I have some paper here, and I want you to notice that while I do this drawing, I'm not going to be looking at my paper at all. That is the blind part. Now, the point of this is not to have a pretty picture at the end. It's probably going to look like a big scribble. The point is to train your eye to follow along your hand and to really look at it, really observe all the tiny details. This is also how people make scientific drawings, like of flowers or anything that they're going outside to observe. And we did this last year actually with our flower drawings where we had real live flowers, and we did a blind contour and then a contour, and then we used the watercolor pencils on them. So hopefully you guys remember that if you were here at school last year. All right, so here we go. I'm going to look at my hand, not looking at my paper at all. I'm going to speed up the video now so you'll see the result in a moment. Okay, here is my result. It basically looks like a scribble. You can kind of see some fingers, but that's great. That's how we practice. So you can do as many blind contour drawings as you like. You can use your hand, or you can also look at objects around your house and draw those. Like a candle, a little doll, a vase. You can practice this with anything. You could also do your blind contour drawing with the shoe, because for our final observational contour drawing, we are going to look at a shoe. And I'll show you that next.